A very good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's mathematics class of grade 10th. This is chapter number 14, Statistics, lecture number 5. Children, in my previous 4 lectures, I have made you understand how to calculate average, that is arithmetic mean, using 3 different methods. Number 1, direct method. Number 2, assumed mean method. And number 3, step deviation method. And in my 4th video, I made you understand how to calculate the next central tendency, that is mode. Correct? Now the topics which I am going to cover in today's lecture, that is lecture number 5, they are: number 1, I will make you understand the concept of median. After that, I will make you understand how to make a frequency distribution table using less than type. Thirdly, we will be switching to calculating median for the grouped data. And at the last, I will make you understand doing few sums in which we will be calculating median after making cumulative distribution table using less than type from exercise 14.3. Clear, students? So children, let us start today's lecture. First of all, as I have told you that I am going to make you understand the concept of median. What do you mean by median? Median is defined as the middlemost or the central observation when the observations are arranged in either ascending or in descending order. So median means the middlemost observation. Or the central observation. Fine. But it is mandatory that whenever you are going to calculate median, that the data must be written either in ascending order or in descending order. Children, this I am telling you about ungrouped data which you have already learnt in your class 9th. So let us give a quick recall to the same concept. There are 2 cases basically. Case number 1. As we are going to deal with the ungrouped data, so means the data will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, right? So this is definitely, it is going to identify, it is going to indicate to the ungrouped data, right? So there were 2 cases to calculate median whenever the data is ungrouped. Let us give a quick recall. If n is odd, if n is odd means the number of observations are odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am going to include one more, let it be 10. So they are total 7 in number. So this is odd in that case. So children, whenever there is n given and it is odd, so always how to calculate median? Median must be equal to n plus 1 divided by 2th observation. This will be the middlemost observation, but make sure that before you are going to calculate median, that you are supposed to write down the complete given data in the ascending order. For example, if I am going to write the given data in the ascending order, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 and of course 11. And they are total how many in number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are total 7 in number. Means n is odd in this case. So children, can you tell me what would be the median? Let us apply the concept in it. Median must be equal to n plus 1 by 2. N is 7 plus 1 divided by 2th observation. Correct? So this is 8 by 2th observation. Means the 4th observation, or you can say that the 4th term must be known as the median of the given ungrouped data. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one will be known as the median. Let us verify. As I have specified that median is nothing but the middlemost observation. So children, you just see. On right hand side also 3 observations are left, and on left hand side also 3 observations are left. So we can say that fifth one is the middlemost observation. Correct? So 5, what will be the answer in this case? Median will be equal to 5. The fourth observation is the middle one, but median is 5. Correct? Now let us further proceed. Case 2 I am explaining you now. If n is equal to even. So children, for that I am going to take the data. Let it be 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 and 7. As I have told you that data must be written in ascending order. Only the interchange of 7 and 10 places is required here. So data in ascending order is this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 10. Correct? Now you just count how many observations are present over there. N is equal to 6. So this is even number. Now what is the rule to calculate median? When n is 6 means the number of observations are even. So children, let us recall. This is the concept of 9th class which I am making you recall. For that you have to take n by 2th plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2 means you are supposed to take the average of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th observation. This is nothing but the average. Sum of the observation divided by number of observation. Here we are going to take 2 observations. Correct? So what is n? N is 6. 6 by 2 means third observation plus. This is n by 2, that is 3 plus 1, that is fourth observation. Divided by 2. Clear? So children, according to data, what is the third and the fourth observations? What are these? See, these two are the middlemost observations. You can see on left hand side also 2 values are left, and on right hand side also 2 values are left. So which one is the third observation? Means which is placed at the third number, that is 3 plus. Fourth observation is 5 divided by 2. So 8 by 2, that is 4. So what would be the median, children, in this case? Median will be equal to 4. So children, when the data is even, what you are going to take? You will be just picking the middlemost observations. They will be 2 in number and you are supposed to take their average. And that average will be known as the median for the ungrouped data when n means the number of observation is even. Got it? So children, this was all about median. Now I will be switching to the next concept, that is cumulative frequency distribution table. Cumulative frequency distribution. Now the question arises, what do you mean by cumulative frequency? So children, cumulative frequency is defined as the consecutive sum of the frequencies. What do we call this cumulative frequency? Consecutive sum of frequencies if we are going to take the consecutive sum of the frequencies, it means we are going to calculate cumulative frequency. Now let us how to make its table. For that, first of all, I am going to take the concept of median. Then while taking the example, I will let you know how to make cumulative frequency distribution table using less than type. Children, as I have told you that cumulative frequency is basically defined as the consecutive sum of the frequencies. Okay. So this can also be defined as the sum of all the previous frequencies up to the current point. So let us take one question so that you can better understand it. Children, as I have just told you that I will be taking the question from the exercise. to make you understand the concept of median as well as how to make frequency distribution table using less than type. But before that, let us learn the concept of median for the grouped data. Whatever I have told you till now, that is related to ungrouped data. Correct? So how to calculate median? The formula for median is L plus n by 2 minus CF. CF is nothing but the cumulative frequency divided by F into H. This is the formula to calculate the middlemost observation in the case of grouped data. Correct? Let us understand all the things which are given in this formula. First of all, what do you mean by L? L is the lower limit of median class. Children, you learnt about model class when we were going to calculate mode. Now you are learning about the median class. Here n is number of observations. Number of observations. Correct? What is CF? CF means cumulative frequency, as it is clear from the name itself. Cumulative frequency. But which frequency we are supposed to take? Cumulative frequency of the class which is preceding the median class, means which is coming before the median class. Preceding the median class. Again, you can notice one thing is occurring again and again, that is median class. So this is very much important to understand. How can we come to know about the median class? And H you people know very well. This is nothing but the class width or the class size. Correct? F is what? Frequency of the median class. Frequency of median class. Again, the word median class has come. Got it? So children, now for better clarity of the concept, I will be taking the question so that you can better understand from exercise 14.3. I am going to take question number 4. Please listen the statement carefully. The length of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to the nearest millimeters, and the data obtained is represented in the following table, and we are going to calculate the median length of the leaves. So here is the data as it is given in the question. The length in given in millimeters of the leaves. Correct? So here I am writing 118 to 126, 127 to 135, 136 to 144, 145 to 153, then this is 154 to 162, 163 to 171 and 172 to 180. Now children, number of leaves means the frequency. This is Fi actually. Correct? There are 3. Means we can say that there are 3 leaves whose length is in millimeter from 118 to 126. Then 5 leaves. After that 9, 12, 5, 4 and 2. Correct? Children, always keep one thing in your mind, that median can be calculated only in the case of continuous data. Here you can see that in the first class interval, the lower limit is 118, but the upper limit is 126. But if I am going to talk about the another interval, the lower limit has become 127 and upper limit is 135. So the data should be continuous, means whatever is the upper limit for first interval, that should be the lower limit for second interval also. Here you can see that here if I am going to talk about second interval, then upper limit is 135, but lower limit of the third interval is 136, means they are varying. So here the data is discontinuous. So how to make it continuous, this concept also you have learned in your class 9th. What is to be done for that? Whatever is the difference between the upper limit of the preceding class interval and the lower limit of the succeeding class interval, like you can see there is a gap of 1. So make its half, it would become 0.5. So 0.5 will be subtracted from the lower limit and it will be added in the upper limit. Correct? So let us start making the data continuous first of all. Now the actual length of the leaves in millimeter will be, let us subtract 0.5 from 118, it would become 117.5. 2, we will be adding 0.5 in upper limit, it would become 126.5. Correct? Now subtract 0.5 from 127, it would become 126.5 to 135.5 Got it? Now subtract from here, it would be 135.5 to 144.5. Correct? Now again subtracting, it would be 144.5 to 153.5. Next 153.5, add 0.5 in the upper limit, it would be 162.5. Next is 162.5 to 171.5. Correct? Next would be 171.5 to 180.5. So this is the actual length when we are going to talk about the continuous data. Okay children, now I am going to start making less than type table. Less than type. And I will be calculating its cumulative frequency also. Please understand. Children, whenever you are going to make less than type, always you have to take the upper limit. So how will I write it? Less than 126.5. Now just have a look. You know that whenever there is a class interval given, we never include the upper limit. So if I am going to talk about that, you have to tell me the number of leaves whose length is less than 126.5. Then how many are they in number? They are 3 only. So 3 will be written in cumulative frequency. Now let us switch to the next interval. Less than is there, then you have to take the upper limit. So less than 135.5. Now tell me, you have to just tell me the length of the leaves whose length is less than 135.5. So children, you are not supposed to take only this 5. You have to take the summation of 3 and 5. Why? Because the length of 3 leaves is also less than 135.5 millimeters. Correct? That's why it is said in the initially when I explained you what do you mean by cumulative frequency, it was told that the consecutive sum of the frequency is known as cumulative frequency. Correct? So whenever we are going to take the number of leaves whose length is less than 135.5 mm, we are going to include both of these. Got it? So it would be equal to 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. Correct? Now let us switch to the next. Less than 144.5. Clear? Now can you tell me the number of leaves whose length is less than 144.5? That is 9 plus 5, 14 plus 3, which is equal to 17. So isn't it the consecutive sum of the frequencies to calculate cumulative frequency? Correct? Now let us switch to next. Less than 153.5. So in that case, now 12 will also be added. It would become 17 plus 12, that is 29. Either you can add all these 4, or what you can do, you know the summation of these 3 observations, these 3 frequencies, just add 12 in that. Correct? Now let us switch to next, less than 162.5. So now children, 5 will be added in 29, it would become 34. Correct? Now let us switch to next, less than 171.5. What will be added in 34? Correct. That is 4, it would become 38. Means you can say that the number of leaves whose length is less than 171.5 will be equal to the summation of all these frequencies. Now last is less than 180.5. Correct. So it would be the summation of all, means 38 plus 2, it would become 40. And we know that there were total 40 leaves. Always make sure whether you have calculated appropriately this frequency distribution table or not. What you are supposed to do, you have to just check whether the last frequency distribution is equal to the summation of all the frequencies or not. If the sum of all these frequencies is 40 and the last frequency is also cumulative frequency, you are getting 40, so it means the data is going to be matched. Means our frequency distribution table is appropriate. Correct? Now children, this was all about how to make frequency distribution table. But I am going to explain you the concept of median also using less than type frequency distribution table. Correct? So here the data is ready with me. Now I am going to make you understand how to calculate median. This is the formula which I made you understand. Okay, so let us apply this formula to calculate the median using this given data as well as of the frequency distribution table which we have just prepared now. Now children, before I switch to calculate median, let us understand all these terms which are given in the formula. First of all, what is L? L is the lower limit of the median class. Now the question arises how to choose the median class of the given frequency distribution table. Now please understand this concept very carefully. First of all children, you should know what is N. You know N is 40 here. Correct? I will be taking N by 2, which is the demand of the question. It would become 40 by 2, that is 20. Always remember that you are supposed to take that cumulative frequency which is greater than this 20. So let us check in cumulative frequency list. Just the very next one I am talking about. The very next cumulative frequency you are supposed to take after, which is greater than N by 2. Correct? Here you can see that N by 2 is equal to 20. Now just check in cumulative frequency which one is the value, which value is greater than 20, and then just next to 20 you can say. Though here you can see that 29, 34, 38, 40, they all are greater than 20. But which one we are supposed to take? Just greater than 20. So can you tell me which one I should pick? Yes, I should choose this 29. So what do? You are supposed to make a big box. As I told you to make a box when you were going to choose the model class. So this is what? This is median class. Got it? So how to choose the median class? Let us recall. First of all, you are going to count the number of observation. Here it is given 40. Divide it by 2. Means you have to take its half. That is 20. Now in cumulative frequency, you are going to pick that very frequency which is just greater than N by 2. Which is greater than 20. So that is 29. So this one will be the median class. Correct? Now next is, and you know number of observations you know very well. How many are they in number? That is 20. Sorry, that is 40. Because N by 2 we are dealing with N by 2. Here we want N also. So that is number of observation is 40. Now let us talk about cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Children, as you know that I have taken the median class now. Correct? This is the median class. But which one will be the cumulative frequency? Cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. So means you will be taking this 17 as cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, which one you are supposed to take? You will have to choose that cumulative frequency to apply in the formula. Which one will be the preceding of the median class? Got it? So 17 will be the cumulative frequency. H means the class size. Now you are not supposed to take the difference between these two limits. Means this class interval you are not supposed to take. You have to take the continuous data class interval. So when I subtracted 117.5 from 126.5, I have got H as 9. Here you were going to get H as 8. But the data was discontinuous, so we are not supposed to take this. Got it? And the next is frequency of the median class. That you know very well. What is the frequency of the median class? This one is the frequency of the median class. This is frequency and this is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency will be the preceding of the median class and the frequency will be the actual frequency of the median class. So children, now last point, that is L. What is L? Lower limit of the median class. Now you know the median class. So 114.5 will be the lower limit. 153.5 is upper limit, but we are supposed to take this only. Correct? So let us write down all the details so that we can apply it in the formula to calculate median. So first of all, which one is the median class chosen? Median class is 144.5 to 153.5. I have just explained you right now. Correct? And you know means the number of observation, which is 40. But we have taken n by 2, which is the demand of the formula. So n by 2 will become 20. Correct? Class size we are supposed to take of the continuous data, that is 9. Clear? Now what is the lower limit? You know this is the lower limit. 144.5 is the lower limit of the median class. Now cumulative frequency is left. I told you that cumulative frequency we are supposed to take the preceding one of the median class. So what would be the cumulative frequency? That is 17. But frequency will be taken of the same class, which is 12. So you can write cumulative frequency is 17, but the actual frequency is 12. Correct? Now let us calculate median. But before that you must be knowing about its formula. So learn the formula: L plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. Correct? So what is lower limit? Put it over here. 144.5 plus n by 2, that is 40 divided by 2 means 20, minus cumulative frequency is nothing but you are supposed to take the cumulative frequency of the preceding median class. So what was that? That you know, which is equal to 17 divided by frequency is 12 into what is H? H is 9. Children, you may be having one question in your mind that for cumulative frequency, why we have taken the preceding cumulative frequency of the median class. There is a reason beta behind it. Because if I am going to take the cumulative frequency of the same median class, that would be greater than n by 2. And it would produce the negative result. Got it? So that's why we are supposed to take the cumulative frequency as the frequency of the preceding median class. So now let us solve it. It would be 144.5 plus 3 into 9 upon 12. So cancel them. This is 1za, this is 4za. 144.5 plus 9 by 4 we are going to do. It will go on 2.25. Let us add them. After adding, you will be getting 146.75 mm. So this is the median length of the leaf. So what is our answer? Median length of the leaves is is equal to 146.75 millimeters. Got it? So children, this was all about how to calculate median using less than frequency distribution table. Okay. Now I am going to take its reverse also. I will be switching to question number 3. You can see in your NCERT book. A life insurance agent found the following data for distribution of ages of 100 policy holders. Calculate the median age if the policies were given below. Policies were given only to persons having age of 18 years onwards and less than 60 years. So what is to be done, children? Here you will be having frequency distribution table given. Means you will be having given age in years. Let us understand it. How cumulative frequency distribution table is given to us. Whenever less than or below, more than, fine, or greater than, these things are given, means you will be having cumulative frequency distribution table given. Means some of the frequencies you will be having, but you have to reach on the actual frequency. So let us understand it through example. This is below 20, then below 25, below 30, below 35, below 40, below 45. So children, here as you can see that I will be having below is already given, means less than type is already mentioned over here. So always remember, whenever less than type is there, so the frequency which is given to you, that will be cumulative frequency always. Okay, that will not be the actual frequency. Got it? So the number of policy holders whose age is less than 20, that is 2. Number of policy holders whose age is less than 25, that is 6. Then is 24. This is 45, 78, 89, 92, 98 and 100 is given to us. Means this is cumulative frequency distribution table is ready with us. Okay. But what is missing in it? One thing, class interval is missing. So let us calculate class interval, and the actual frequency is missing. So children, as I told you that cumulative frequency distribution table we used to make while adding the frequencies, but here we don't have frequencies. Correct? So means the addition, the summation is already given to us, but now we are going to calculate frequency. So instead of adding, we will have to subtract now. So now let us understand how to calculate class interval and frequency when you will be having frequency distribution table given. Okay? Children, here you can observe that these all are upper limits, because I told you with less than and with below always upper limit will be written. So you can see that the gap is also of 5 units. So how to make the class interval? It will move from 15 to 20 first, because below 20 you are supposed to take, and the gap should be of 5. So 15 to 20. Next one will be 20 to 25. Next one will be 25 to 30. Next is 30 to 35. Next one will be 35 to 40. Next 40 to 45. Here you can make like this also. That depends on you. Next one will be 45 to 50. Then 50 to 55. And lastly 55 to 60. Got it? So this is about class interval. Now this is most important point which I am going to explain you. Cumulative means already the frequencies are added. So to come to know about the actual frequency, we have to subtract now. Now how to subtract? Children, whenever I am talking about the number of policy holders whose age is below 20, means I am talking about 15 to 20. Less than 20 means from 15 to 20, because the gap is of 5 years. Correct? So that is 2 in number. So here also 2 will be written. Correct? When I am talking about that, you have to tell me the number of policy holders whose ages are from 20 to 25. Means you have to take the age from 20 to 25. So you have to take the difference of 6 and 2, because 6 policy holders are those whose age is less than 25, means in that less than 20 is also going to be included. Correct? So 6 minus 2 will become 4. You can make this arrow also, means this reverse C you can make, and then keep on subtracting and get the frequencies. Correct? Now from 25 to 30, we have to take the difference from 24 and 6. It would become 18. Then 45 and 24, difference you are supposed to take. It would become 21. Means there are 21 policy holders whose ages are from 30 to 35. Correct? Now for next interval, for 35 to 40, we are going to take the difference of 78 and 45. It would be 33. Then 89 minus 78 will give you 11. So there are total 11 policy holders whose ages are from 40 to 45. Then take the difference of 92 and 89, it is 3. Then 98 to 92, that is 6. And 100 to 98, which is equal to 2. Now children, how to check whether I have made the appropriate distribution table or not? In frequency, whatever will be the last frequency, that would be the topmost cumulative frequency always. As I told you the logic, when we were going to make cumulative frequency distribution table, the summation of the total, all these frequencies, you can see here, if you are going to add them all, you will be getting 100. And this 100 will be matching with the last cumulative frequency distribution number. Correct? But whenever I am going to make the frequency, then last frequency will be matching with the topmost cumulative frequency. Got it? This is the way to verify whether our distribution table is appropriate or not. Now children, let us calculate median. Before median, you know that we want median class. And before median, we must be knowing what is n. N means total number of observations. You can see they are basically total 100 in number. But I want n by 2 so that I can come to know about median class. This is 50. So now in cumulative frequency distribution table, I have to choose that particular cumulative frequency which is just greater than 50. Here you can see that this is 78. Correct? So let us make a big box. So children, this will be known as the median class. You can write here, this is median class. Please do not find the value greater than 50 over here, because this is frequency and I am talking about cumulative frequency, which is already given to me in the question. Got it? So frequency will be 33, lower limit will be 35, and which one will be the cumulative frequency now? Yes, you have to take cumulative frequency which is preceding to the median class. So 45 will be the cumulative frequency. Got it? And H, you know, means the difference between upper and lower limit, which is 5. So let us write down all these details so that we can calculate median. First of all, n, which is equal to 100. So n by 2 will become 50. Correct? Now our median class. Please have a look on the previous sheet. This is our median class, 35 to 40. This will definitely give us the lower limit. So L must be equal to 35. And of course, H also, that is equal to 5. Correct? Now let us talk about the cumulative frequency. I told you have to take the cumulative frequency which is preceding to the median class. So which will be equal to 45. But main frequency will be taken of the same class, that is equal to 33. So write down cumulative frequency is equal to 45 and main frequency is 33. Correct? So let us calculate median now. Formula is L plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. Clear? So what is lower limit, children? 35 is the lower limit. n by 2, you know that is 50 minus cumulative frequency is 45 divided by 33 into 5. Clear? So I have got 35 plus 5 into 5, that is 25 divided by 33. Let us take LCM. LCM will be equal to 33. 33 into 35 will give you 1155 plus. Here you will be getting 25. Add them, that is 1180 upon 33. Divide it, you will be getting 35.76. So what is the median age of the policy holders? Median age must be equal to 35.76 years. Got it? So children, always remember, whenever you will be having below or less than given means the frequency which is given, that is cumulative frequency, and the actual frequency you are going to calculate while subtracting the consecutive terms given in cumulative frequency. Got it? So that's it for the day, children. This is the time to get mathematics homework. So children, your maths homework is that you have to do question 1, 5 and 6 of 14.3 in your mathematics homework notebook along with classwork question, that is 3rd and 4 of exercise 14.3. So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.